Hey Shakers, how are you? This is Nerissa Malloy and we are tapping in today. Real quick, it's early in the day. I decided to get this message off my heart to make sure it definitely penetrates, but I wanted to talk about briefly fears. Let me tell you about this thing called fears. A lot of times we are convincing ourselves to fear something that either hasn't happened or doesn't even exist. But either way, it's holding you hostage. So today we're talking about breaking free, trusting yourself, and allowing fate to lead you, especially when it comes to business. So if you're watching live, comment, let me know that you're here. And if you're catching this on a replay, comment replay. But remember, the CEO Circle, we relaunched this because we really want to make sure that we are impacting our future entrepreneurs, our emerging established entrepreneurs, our leaders in business, or whether it's in the boardroom. But this circle is for the healthcare leaders, business owners that are looking to definitely accelerate their growth, their team, their profits, and of course, their own personal development so they can step into that leadership role and grow and expand. So if that's you, I would love to say hello and meet you one on one. So look out for your messages. I'm going to be sending messages to some of you to connect. But now let's get into the topic. Um, Fears. There is fear in every level, in every, it just is everywhere. And when I say it's everywhere, every successful business owner that you know, successful person, has fears. Fears are non existent. So don't feel like you're by yourself if you have different fears or if you feel you're afraid to maybe even start your business, or you may be afraid to take your business to the next level. Let me put my phone on mute. You may be afraid to onboard a team. You may be afraid to expand your business. You may be afraid to step into new territory in business. Fears come at every level. You're launching a new program, there's some kind of angst. You're about to speak on stage, there's definitely some angst. So best believe that as a successful business owner, you're always going to experience some sort of fears, hands down. And if anyone tells you that they have no fears, run, because they're BSing. Everyone face it. It's something that it's existent, because without fear, we will never know what faith feels like. I'm going to say that again. Without fear, we will never, the world will never know what faith looks like, because there is nothing to measure it against. There's nothing for you to move forward in faith. There's no reason to face your fears or move forward despite your fears in faith. So you need fears in order to understand what faith is. This is why it's so important that you stop letting your fears hold you hostage and start learning to operate from a space of faith. What does that look like, right? But we're going to talk about real quick some of the common fears that business owners face, and at any level in business, whether you're just starting out, six figures, half a million, seven figures plus, I'm telling you, they have it. One thing is fear of failure. Fear of failure is huge. And please, if you're watching live, again, comment, drop it in the notes too. Do the recap for me. I appreciate you. But the first one is fear of failure. Most people stay stuck in getting their business started because they're so preoccupied with the thought of failing. What happens if I fail? What happens if I invest all this money and I lose it? What happens if people see me fail? Again, we're preoccupied with something that hasn't even happened yet. And it's holding you hostage from thinking, listen, if I start this business and I hit this goal and this is my vision in 5 years, let me look back to see what did I do to get to this point? What do I need to do to get to this point, and start focusing and working backwards? But we're so fearful, we can't even imagine what the future state looks like or envision what we would want our business to look like in a few years, because we're so caught up in the now and not getting started in the fear of failure. What will people think? Two, I have notes. Fear of the uncertainty. Listen, this is big. This is big for me. Not knowing what the outcome will be. Not knowing if I do this launch, will anybody sign up? Not knowing if I go live, will anybody even be on to see it? Not knowing if I spend this money on marketing my business, will I get a client? Not knowing if I walk away from my job as I was led to. God led, I'm in alignment. He said, it's time to go, not knowing how would I pay my bills. That uncertainty holds you hostage from taking that next level, from onboarding that team, from expanding, from investing in the coach and the mentor that you need to take your business to the next level, to take your personal development to the next level, from investing in that conference. That fear of uncertainty, the problem is we want to know. Most entrepreneurs, and I keep saying we because I'm an entrepreneur, and a lot of times when I speak to you, I'm speaking to myself. But we want to know with certainty that if we do this, this is what's going to happen. But unfortunately, when it comes to business, we don't know who's going to purchase right away. You don't know who your client is going to be. You don't know the outcome. That's something you do not have control over. But what you have control over is knowing and believing and trusting that this is my experience. I'm here to serve. I'm going to position myself and my opportunities, services, products in front of these set people and offer them a solution. Whether they take the solution is totally up to them. You don't have any control over it. What you have control over is how many people are you offering your solution to. So is that uncertainty? Yes. Is that moving despite your fears? Yes. Is that moving in faith? Absolutely. Is that action going to move you and your business forward? Absolutely. One thing I know for sure is that fear is either going to be the catalyst for your growth or going to be that thing that hinders you from your next level. Which one will it be for you? If you're going to make a decision that fear is going to be the catalyst for your growth, comment growth in the chat. Let me know that you're watching. Let me know that you are making a decision. The first step of my framework, making a decision that you will no longer let fear hold you hostage from your greatness, from your next level. And it doesn't matter what it is because it's different for everyone. Drop growth in the chat if you are making a decision today that fear will no longer hold you back from your best, from your next level, from your next income milestone, from growing, from expanding, from operating in a different space, whatever it means for you in this phase in your business. Drop growth in the chat if you're making a decision that fear will no longer hold you hostage. All right, the last fear is fear of visibility. Now, this is huge. And I'm telling you, I was that person that when I had to go live, it would take me 20 minutes just to prepare. I would start, stop. I even started a Facebook group that had no one in it just to go live in there before I went live, just to see how it looks. You know how much time I wasted? I was play music. I did all the things to amp me up just to go live. And now, as soon as I get a thought, I'm like, you know what? I'm going to share that thought. Because what I've realized is that it's not about me. And that's the message that I want to leave with you. That gift, that burning desire, that knowledge and expertise that you have, that you're waiting on the perfect time to launch or the perfect time. I want to make sure that I have all these ducks in a row before I put it out there to help others. There are people already assigned to you and waiting for you to open your doors. And the mere fact that you just keep thinking about the fears and what can possibly happen is just delaying your success. It's delaying your next level because you're not moving in a spirit of faith. You're letting your fears hold you back. So visibility is crucial because people need to see you. People need to know that you have the solution. People need to know what you do, what you offer, and how you can help them. But if you are hiding, period, no one can find you. And think about it. Social media is not the only place for visibility. There's so many other ways to market your business. There's events, there's mailers, so many different ways, but you have to do what works for you, but you have to do it. Stop hiding. If you have a business, people need to know about your business. If you have a Facebook page, people need to know about your business, not about cats or all sharing all these fights or sharing all these different things and hiding behind your Facebook page when you know you have a business that can serve a multitude of people, that can solve a multitude of problems. You are the expert. You operate in excellence. I always say this because you have multitudes of degrees. So you know that you know what you know. But other people need to know that you know that too. And if you do not show up as the expert that you are, how do you expect people to buy into you, to see you as the expert, if you won't trust yourself to show up as the expert? Now, if how do you expect your business to grow and have the impact and serve if you're afraid to market your business? If you're afraid to be visible so people can see who is the CEO behind this? What is your vision? What is your mission for your business? Oh, yes, I connect. As a matter of fact, I may have someone that you can partner with that aligns with your vision right now. But that won't happen if you are hiding in your business, if you're not taking your business to the next level. Or if you feel like, you know what, expanding and getting a marketing team, I'm afraid to do that because maybe it's going to push us out there. Again, there are so many fears for business owners at so many different levels, but I want you to take note. Really think about what fear is holding you back from your next milestone, from your next level, from the vision that you have for your business. And don't say it doesn't exist, because I know it does. Take a minute. It could be something as simple as hiring a new contractor because you're fearful that, you know what, I've been through enough of them. I don't want to go through this again. Or I'd rather do it on my own. Or I don't trust anybody else with my baby. There's so many different fears. There's so many different levels for business owners. But at addressing those fears, moving forward in those fears, making sure that you're taking action, that you're doing those things, and that you're being fearless, those are the things that's going to help to propel you and your business forward. There was never be a sense of certainty in knowing that if I do this, I'm going to get this result. So if you're looking for certainty, it's not going to be there. It'll never be there. If you're looking to know that if I do this, I'm going to succeed for sure, that it's never going to be there. Fear of failure, you're going to have to fail in order to learn, to get the lessons. Every time I've experienced some type of failure in my business, I don't even call it a failure, I call it a lesson, because there's something that I was supposed to get out of this. Meaning, once I've done this one time and it didn't happen how I expected it to be, what can I do better? Where's the lesson? Everything leads to a lesson. So don't be afraid to fail forward. Don't be afraid to take action. Don't look for certainty, because truthfully, you will never know the when or the how. Only one person knows that. So you just have to focus on the what. And then lastly, embrace visibility, being seen, getting out there, sharing your business, sharing your solutions, sharing how you can help people. People need to know that you exist. Go out and network, create partnerships, expand your business. Start to be more visible. All of these things are ways that you, as the CEO of your business, can accelerate your business, accelerate your impact, and accelerate your income. So you have the recap. I hope somebody dropped the recap for me. I pray that this brought some solace to you, for those of you that are fearful, that are using fear to hold them back from moving forward. I know someone commented earlier that they want to start their business, but they're afraid to leave their job full time. You don't have to leave your job full time. No one said you had to do that. How can you start a business and still work your full-time job? That's why you need a coach, a mentor, someone that can guide you. Someone can help you put an exit plan in place to say, you know what, take the first steps. How many hours can you carve out in your week towards building your business? And as you build it to a certain point, then you can make the decision, listen, this job is making me miss out on the money that I could be making on my business. It's time to transition. But if you're sitting in that space of fear, I'm afraid to leave my job, I'm afraid to do this, then you will never move forward. It doesn't require you to leave your job to start a business. It really doesn't. You can get started, start growing, and then make a transition with the right strategies in place. So again, I pray this bless you. For those of you who don't know, Nerissa Malloy, business operations and strategist. I love to pour into women in healthcare that are looking to start, grow, and expand their businesses, whether it's their teams, operations, or your overall profits. I work with you either through a VIP day or a one-on-one 4-month coaching program where we work one-on-one to identify the gaps in your business or your personal gaps and how we can bridge those gaps, create an action plan, and implement and take over to make sure that we're meeting the goals and objectives in our business or in our personal space as we step into entrepreneurship. And the VIP day is for business owners that know that there are bottlenecks and inefficiencies in their business, and they need to fix it fast because they're hemorrhaging money, they're hemorrhaging time, and they need to recuperate and get that in place in order for them to take their business to the next milestone, whether it's your team, whether it's how you run your day-to-day, and definitely tied to your customer service and revenue. We do all of that in a VIP day or in a 4-month program. Either way, schedule a call with me. If that's you and you decide I'm no longer letting fear hold me back, and you drop growth in that chat, make sure you're scheduling a consultation call with me, and let's chat about how we can help you move forward in spite of your fears. Fear, be gone. Nah, it will never be gone. It's going to always be there. But how can you move forward despite of your fears? Take action today. Have an amazing day. I'm Nerissa Malloy, and I'll see you soon. I don't know why this thing is stopping. I guess they want me to keep going. And live. See? This is what I'm talking about. All of this happens when you are visible. Fear of failure. There's a failure right here. I'm trying to end the live and it won't stop. But you think I'm going to let that prevent me from going live in the future? Heck no. Things like that happen.